Did you see his new bow?
My eternal thanks.
Getting old is no picnic. The alternative is a lot worse.
Quit with the damn straw.
Someone attacked the governor. This guard will live. Did you find— So the governor hoped to use the Morag Tong to cover his tracks, but this note just adds to the evidence you've already uncovered. Well done. You have provided a great service to Seyda-Neen. I'll take it from here. Someone attacked. So the governor hoped—
Deputy Governor.
Sergeant, where's Governor Emelian? What happened here?
The governor struck me from behind and fled.
The governor seeks to escape justice. After—
Who are you looking at?
Forgive me, Outlander, but I have enough to deal with. I'm just a simple tribunal priest, and the trouble at the ancestral tomb was too much for even our buoyant armiger to deal with. I have failed Lord Vivec, and left a colleague alone at the tomb. Lord Vivec sent the three of us to seek guidance at the Andreneau ancestral tomb. We were attacked when we got there, and our guard was seriously hurt. I barely got her to safety, but we failed to complete the mission Lord Vivec bestowed. Canon Levoul. He remained behind after we retreated from the tomb. I know he wants to get back inside and ask Lord Vivec's questions, but there's no way he can get past the Daedra, or ask the questions on his own. May the three grant him.
Tanaza, what's wrong? Someone help!
Why, the three! First a wounded armiger, now this!
By dawn and dusk, evil creeps through the shadows of my beloved Vardenfell. But an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Those words, what do they mean?
What happened?
Merciful Azura, the Mother Soul spoke through you. It's a miracle!
Lord Vivec, protect me! That was Azura, the Queen of the Night Sky. And you, she spoke directly to you, Outlander. I'm surprised the Daedric Prince would risk Lord Vivec's wrath to proclaim a prophecy. The Daedric Prince Azura possessed that woman and spoke through her. I've heard of such occurrences, of course, but to witness such an event... She said evil creeps through the land. I wonder if it has anything to do with what we saw at the tomb. Azura is the cruel but wise Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk. She's one of the good Daedra, for what that's worth. But for her to speak through an innocent means something terrible is about to happen. Why else would she dare Lord Vivec's wrath? What do they teach you where you come from? Lord Vivec's a living god! Azura is merely the anticipation of Sothasil. Vivec stands as the present and the future, while Azura clearly represents Vardenfell's past. So no, they don't get along. You don't know Lord Vivec, one of the living gods of the Dunmer Tribunal. You must be new to our land, Outlander. But there's no time. Canon Levoul remained behind. He needs help. Yes, one of the god monarchs of Morrowind. He's the warrior poet who lives in a grand palace in Vivec City. Lord Vivec sent us on this holy mission to request information from Canon Levoul's ancestor. It breaks my heart that I have failed him.
Those monsters, it's too dangerous. What am I going to do? Did Canon Valasar send you? Oh, she did, didn't she? That means she made it to Seyda-Neen. Vivec be praised. Will you help me complete my mission? It would be sacrilege if I don't enter my family's tomb and make Lord Vivec's... As the saints declare, the tribunal always provides. Take this scroll with Lord Vivec's inquiries. Well, we're really going to do this. I wish I knew how Daedra got into my family. Follow me, but keep an eye out for those Daedra. Careful! The creatures attacked as soon as we entered the Hall of Remembrance. This used to be such a peaceful place. I came here as a young acolyte to meditate. We're nearly there. Then we can summon my ancestor. The summoning chamber. I'll call forth my ancestor, then you can ask Vivek's questions.
Hasn't my rest been disturbed enough by those filthy Daedra? Why do you summon me, descendant?
My Lord Vivek has inquiries that only you can answer, my lady. My companion will present them with your permission.
The warrior poet? Very well. Ask Vivek's questions. Ask the warrior poet's questions, Outlander. Ah, Lord Vivek always had a way with words. Tell him to rest assured. The heart remains safe. I wonder why that concerns him. An enemy of old, yes, but not the one that Vivek presumes. Sotha Sil imagined multiple scenarios and contemplated endless solutions. He even experimented with his divinity, drawing energy to study before returning it.
I hope that's what Lord Vivek needed. Let's talk outside.
You can't just come up and outright kill them. You can probably challenge them, though.
Thank you for helping me complete my task. Now, I need to return to Vivek City. Have you been there? It's amazing. Ziggurats rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. You should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivek. Just between us, I understood neither the questions asked nor the answers received. Not that I expected to. Some things aren't meant for mortal minds. That's another reason for you to come to Vivek City, to help me explain what my ancestors said. Excellent. I just need to make a quick stop in Seyda-Neen to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivek City, head right to the palace and I'll meet you there. I know they're Lord Vivek. I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivek City, head directly for Lord Vivek's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and we can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned. Of course. As I said, the tribunal consists of our 3 living gods, Vivek, Almalexia, and Sotha Sil. They lead us in spiritual matters and rule over Dunmer society as god monarchs of the Dark Elves. I serve Vivec, but honor the entire tribunal. Unfortunately, no. The Dunmer houses bow to the tribunal, but the savage Ashlanders refuse to acknowledge their divinity. The heretics never allowed themselves to be assimilated into the great houses. Instead, they hold to primitive superstitions.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute!
Praise Vivek!
This is the person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivek, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
As you say. I'll be in my office if you need me.
Step forward, friend of Levoul, and let us speak. Canon Levoul says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander? I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god? Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with a simple divination ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery. The Daedric Prince. I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return. Levoul's ancestor assured me that a source of power remains safe. As for the rest, let the guess ripen in the mind, and only speak when the fruit grows certain. The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis will do as I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcanon in his office, and he'll tell you how to proceed.
Ah, Outlander. Lord Vivek trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you, but who am I to question my god? I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work? Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first? Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivec. Now listen closely. I hate to repeat myself. Despite my objections, Vivec believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the Overseer that Lord Vivec requires the Blessing Stone. Then bring it to me in the palace. You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivec, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well. Go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy archcanon of a living god or anything. Ah, the ignorance of Outlanders. How refreshing. The Blessing Stones serve as repositories for small amounts of Lord Vivec's power. They allow his favor to permeate sanctified locations. We need such a stone to power the divination ritual. If you haven't guessed yet, the phenomenon interferes with Lord Vivec's power in unusual ways. It will be safer for everyone if I perform the ritual by using the Blessing Stone instead of drawing on my Lord's personal store of energy. Even if I told you, you wouldn't comprehend it. Lord Vivec's senses eclipse those of mere mortals. Suffice it to say, he feels a disturbance in the flow of energy throughout Vardenfell. He seeks to discover the source of that disturbance. Offend me? You give yourself too much credit. No, I feel the same about all Outlanders. This is tribunal business, best handled by tribunal resources. However, I also obey my Lord Vivec, so I will tolerate your involvement. Lord Vivec sees signs and portents everywhere. It's the poet at his core. I tend to be much more pragmatic. Sometimes a volcano is simply a volcano, and not a harbinger of doom. As for the Daedra, I have no idea. Perhaps the summoning got out of hand.
Sing proud, the sound roars, O ye buoyant.
I don't know why Lord Vivec ever agreed to this. No slaves in a dark elf city? Who ever heard of something so outlandish?
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I, but I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule. Lord Vivek! Well, why didn't you say so? But I appreciate the help. Just remember that...
I was gonna die under there. Oh, thanks for saving me.
Help me.
Thank you. I'll go tell the Overseer what you did for me.
Fine goods at fair prices.
I could give you a song and dance. The Red Mountain?
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute!
Nice.
Buy and sell here and
Praise Vivek!
The Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site, but you were able to save it. Hear the words of the warrior poet, and reveal the source of Lord Vivek's distress. An Ashlander? A clockwork mage? A Daedric cultist? Something interfered with the ritual, my lord. But we may have learned something. Excuse me.
Between the cryptic warnings of the ancestor spirit and the unexpected result of the divination ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagined. We solved the greatest mysteries by accident, I suspect. I should write that down. We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something, at least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no, not as much as I hoped. Images that suggest avenues to investigate, riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living god and energy that fades like daylight as dusk spreads across the land. Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you. The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within my blessing stone get wrenched away as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it. To quote my own words as the warrior poet, "No lock exists that the determined thief cannot open." Follow the trail of my missing energy, and try to discover the identity of the enemy Levol's ancestor warned us about. Something drains my energy. Find Archcanon Tarvus in his office. My divine energy diminishes with every passing moment, but the ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. I regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated. Yes, while Archcanon Tarvus has always been cautious about ideas and ideologies that didn't originate within the Tribunal, and recently, that prudence has grown 1,000-fold. He's a faithful servant, however, despite his narrow-mindedness. I've always used my power freely, and without detriment. I create the Blessing Stones, hold the moonlit above the city, and perform 100 miracles a day to benefit my people. I begin to feel the toll this liberal application of divinity costs me. I care little for my own safety, but my people are another matter. Without my power to stop it, the moonlit will crash into the city and kill hundreds, perhaps thousands of innocents. And that would be just the start of Vardenfell's woes. They always chide me about my flagrant displays of divinity, but so far, I am the only one of the living gods whose power is fading. Almalexia hoards her energy and has barricaded her temple against attack. As for Sotha Sil, my brother travels. We have not heard from him for quite some time, but I sense that he remains safe and in possession of his full power. Funny. He always wanted to discover the limits of our divinity. Perhaps I will solve that mystery for him. At first, I barely noticed the loss of energy, but as I continue to grow weaker, the more it feels like an attack against my person. Besides, the Ancestor Spirit confirmed that an ancient enemy was to blame. We just need to determine who before... Let us not dwell on disasters to come when we have problems enough to deal with in the here and now. Consult with Archcanon Tarvus and discover the source of this attack. Then we can put an end to it and not worry about what might have been.
This one welcomes you back! Farewell, my good friend. Recruity welcomes you. Are you interested in excitement and valuable rewards? This one can help. One crate there. Goodbye, my friend. met, and good fortune to you. Your rewards are ready. Quite valuable. This one recommends that you purchase a crate from the store. Until next time.
Such a cozy little home. You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong. Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks. Let me be clear about that. I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great. Yeah, all right. Details. I can see how this might be a bit sketchy, but don't worry. The inn room is well kept, conveniently located. I know you adventuring types wanting a home in every town. This would be a nice addition to your holdings. No catch. I just need someone to freshen up my image. And my gut tells me you're the one to do that. As long as you're not planning on turning it into a skooma den or an outlaw's refuge, the room is all yours. Oh, sure. You can set up some crafting stations, house your pets. Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with it. Nope, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place.
Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0's a good number. There's a thief on the loose!
Halt! Oh, look what crawled up from the dung heap. A pathetic criminal. I hope you can pay your bounty. This should be easy.
Forebode, lift the glass and rest the day. Red mountains about to burst. Drink all you can.
I run a cleaning service of sorts. I buy a very specific kind of goods. I'm sure...
Once worked in a proper bank, you know, in a proper location. And then someone's son needed a position and I suddenly found myself thrown out the door. But that's how it goes sometimes.
What can I do for you?
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a... Hey there! You've got a hungry look. The eye of a real competitor. I can see it. It's a game, of course. A card game, to be precise. Full of twists and thrills and canyon... Ha! Hooked another one! If you want to learn the game, you should travel to Gonfalon Bay on High Isle and talk to my friend Bragus.
Don't take this around.
Care to bargain?
Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now... Excellent. Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights. No. We only draw blades in service to the guild. We're technically neutral in the war between the three alliances. We love the Eagle Banner and Her Majesty, of course. But every race, every creed belongs under the Guildhall's roof. Guildmaster Jofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand. But he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. Ha! There's a good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra.
Work isn't going to do itself.
The jobs I hand out aren't easy, but they are well rewarded. The Gold Coast Trading Company is looking for help retrieving some goods from a shipwreck. Sounds simple enough, but of course there's a bit more to it than that. Some type of nereid. They pop up from time to time to lure ships off course. Strange, I know. She's enthralled several sailors with a song enchantment, and now no one can get close to the wreck. Volga Kelletus can tell you more. She posted the job and is currently in Vivec City. Head over to her and see what...
Do I look like someone who has time to... This one is personal, Outlander. So listen up. I've recently been making some headway with the Zynap tribe of Ashlanders. They're more amenable than most of their kind, so I try to send them aid when possible. That's where you come in. I need you to collect Dwemer parts and tools from the ruins of Nachuleft. The Zynab tribe used to loot it for items to trade. Dredaze Hlara can tell you more. Give the items to him once you're done.
one frustration after another. It's about bloody time you buoyant armchairs showed up. I sent a request for assistance almost an hour ago and... Oh, hello. You don't look like a bouncing armature to me. Still, my manservant is missing and I could use the help. First, my assistants from the Mages Guild disappeared without so much as a by your leave. Then, my useless manservant Stibbins vanished. Said he was going to solve the mystery, but now he's disappeared as well. And it's almost tea time. Oof, intolerable. We were exploring the Balfell ruins when everyone left me. I expect such behavior from the hired help, but Stibbins? He's usually more dependable than that. Locate the mages and Stibbins, then use this signal wand so I can join you. I blame the Investigator Vale books I lent to Stibbins. He was never this adventurous before he became enchanted with her admittedly thrilling stories. But what are you still doing here? I thought you were going to find Stibbins and the mages. That's what we're trying to determine. Balfell was once a great city built atop an ancient center of Sheogorath worship. Now only the Daedric ruins remain. Once we find the treasure, I'll be more famous than that blowhard Narcissus Dren. No one of note. Just a pretentious, arrogant author and adventurer with an overinflated sense of self-importance. He's an irritating dark elf who loves to hear himself talk. And the topic of conversation? The greatness of Narcissus Dren. Treasure, relic. I'm sure there's something important hidden in the ruins. According to local rumors, people disappear around Balfell all the time. That's what sparked my interest. Mysterious happenings often extend my fame and fortune. I suppose there could be a connection. On the other hand, never attribute to ancient curses what can be explained by greed and laziness, I always say. My manservant Stibbins. He's lazy, drinks too much, and requires detailed instructions to accomplish the simplest of tasks. But his fish stew is delicious, I'll grant him that. I regret letting him read my collection of Investigator Vale mysteries. Have you read them? She's a brilliant detective. I fear Stibbins got the wrong idea and thinks he can find the missing mages just like Investigator Vale. When you locate him, I shall express my disapproval for his reckless disregard of his duties. They were just your typical apprentices. Young, eager, hoping to make a name for themselves by working alongside a famed treasure hunter. The 6 of them readily broke off promptly at sunset yesterday and abandoned the camp. They abandoned me!
I don't want to go back. No, I can't go back. You can't make me go back. The overbearing Breton. She's working with the spiders, isn't she? She knew. She knew the spiders would take my friends. She knew they would make them dance. I had to run, you see. I had to. I don't want to dance. I don't know how. Spiders, yes! Please, you have to rescue them. The spiders make them dance, but nobody can dance forever. I'd go back, but I can't. I don't dance, you understand? I won't dance! Why do the spiders want us to dance anyway? It makes no sense! Stibbins? He's in league with the spiders. Why else don't they force him to dance? He went to join his spider masters, but he dropped his spice pouch just over there. Oh no. Do you think it's full of spiders? What should I do? What should I do?
Fortune favor you, my friend. Choose a reward. Seems breathtaking. Do not be sad, my friend. May luck follow you.
Tell me you're here about my request. I can't afford to waste another minute. About time! I was almost starting to think no one would come. A Nereid caused one of our ships to run aground. I need you to recover what you can and dispose of the creature. Apparently it sang a little song and all of my well-respected sailors just went belly up and ran the ship ashore. From what I can gather, this isn't the first time it's happened either. Really, I've never heard of something so outlandish. Sailors, pirates, oh, it has quite the little collection. Whoever doesn't drown ends up under its spell, including some of my own workers. We've made several attempts, but they cannot be reasoned with. Just make sure they don't get in your way.
Me out?
Bunch of tightwads around here.
Yeah!
Phoebus a good dog?
When the pact formed? Sure.
How their creatures embody splendor in your name and wisdom in your features. By the sword I mean the night, by the word I mean the dead, by the sword I mean a sigh, by the word I mean the end. Six are the guardians, 3, 4, and 3 incarnate, here to test your hero's ways and show that you can learn it. The truest works we shall behold are those made by the silent. By the sword I mean the night, by the word I mean the dead, by the sword I mean a sigh, by the word I mean the end.
I'm not picky about what you...
Worried about the locals?
It isn't that Serbi wishes to steal from gold. She just needs to get by. Be careful.
You think this lot...
You bring me business.
Buy and sell, here and now. Finest quality merchandise.
Only the finest wares here.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute!
Jesse, help! Help!
That horrific spider! I was using several... It is, though she's not making much sense. Perhaps you could talk to her? Lady Laurent believed the mages absconded with her hard-earned gold. So I followed them to these ruins, and, well, I encountered the spider, and then everything went dark. No. This is embarrassing. It started talking to me. Then I swooned and passed out. Spiders have that effect on me. Oh, I must return to Lady Laurent. It's well past her tea time, and she's going to be extremely displeased with me.
Those damned spiders! They talk to me! They want me to dance! I mustn't dance with them! That would be bad. Why do you think? No, don't think! That's when they get you. They crawl into your mind. Don't let them! Oh! I must go now. The spiders. They call to me. I will join the dance.
Good. You found Stibbins. Probably just got turned around in the ruins again. So tell me, what did you discover my manservant doing when you happened upon him? Did he provide an explanation as to why I'm still waiting for my afternoon tea? A talking spider? Ridiculous! Still, Stibbins has always been dreadfully afraid of the eight-legged pests. No excuse for shirking his responsibilities, though. And the mages? Why not? Don't tell me you're afraid of a few spiders in a dusty old ruin. Interesting. Spiders and a barrier. Some sort of spider magic? Regardless, such occurrences suggest there's more to these ruins than I presumed. A great treasure, perhaps? But why could the mage pass through the barrier and not you? She heard talking spiders? Incredible. I can brew a tea to keep Stibbins from fainting. Then he can listen to the spiders and lead us through the barrier. But we need to test its potency.
I beg Milady's pardon. I really thought I could solve the case of the missing mages.
Ugh, whatever gave you that idea? You can barely manage not to lose my collection of combs and brushes every time you pack them.
But Investigator Vale... I mean, would Milady like her tea now?
And some of those sweet biscuits I like. Let's return to camp so you can start cooking.
Of course, Milady. Right away.
And Stibbins, I want my book back. I must find out what happens when Investigator Vale meets the innkeeper's daughter in the wine cellar. I'm sure it would be scandalous.
A spider. I'm still conscious?
My tea worked! Head for the ruins and find the spider that talked to you, Stibbins.
As you command, milady. Another spider! It's talking to me.
Follow my manservant.
Aha! You brought friend!
Well, what do we have here?